Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tea Time. I'm here today with a game called Endless Scroll by Cecile Richard. I know nothing about this game, and I really need to start writing better scripts for my intros. Anyway, as you can see, it's got this very simple, cute little pixel art style, and if you couldn't tell by my channel's vibe as it is, I love pixel art. I'm a sucker for the style. And from what I did see on this game's itch.io page, it looks like a dialogue visual novel. So let's jump in. I use the arrow keys to move and interact. Okay. When encountering dialogue choices, press up or down to choose, and press right arrow to confirm. Okay, simple enough. Back in 2007, they closed the pond in the oh, this is a choice. Okay. I'm gonna say they closed the pond. They closed the pond near my grandparents' house. Oh, this is such a gorgeous scene. Part of the reason I love pixel art is because look at how much dimension you can have with only like 3 bytes of color. That's so cool to me. Every year, on the day before graduation, high school kids would jump from the bridge that went through it. It was a rite of passage of sorts, a custom. The custom dried out just like the pond eventually did, when some kid jumped and never came to the surface. Oh, are we gonna see those bubbles in the corner stop? They found his body at the bottom of the pond, his arms and legs tangled up in the tall waterweed. After this, no one ever dared jumping into the pond. Oh, I can move my little guy. Oh, and look at the clouds. Oh. Hello. Oh. Heya. Hey, what's up? I can't sleep, lol. Same. Also, I'm working on this assignment due tomorrow, lol. I'm in hell. I don't know why that's the voice I decided to go with that purple text, but it felt right. So, bear with me. Anyway. What have you been up to lately? Just lots of work. I feel a bit overwhelmed by all of it. Orange. Oh. Oh. And my high school reunion is coming up next month. Ooh! My year's high school reunion was a few weeks ago, actually. It's not really my thing, so I never planned to go anyway, but from what I've heard, it was just really awkward. So I'm glad I didn't end up going. Lol. Ugh. The idea of going to a high school reunion terrifies me. Oh no, how come? Well, I'm really scared. That no one remembers me? Oh, this is another choice. That no one remembers me or that everyone knows me. Personally, just based on my own high school experience at least, I feel like I'd be more afraid that everyone does remember who I was, because I was a very different person in high school. Not to get too into it, but I like to think that I've changed a lot as a person since then, And knowing who I used to be just makes my skin crawl. I can't stand the idea that. I don't know. I don't know. I have this weird thing where I really don't like remembering any past iterations of myself. So, personally, I'd be more afraid that everyone actually does know me. Being forgotten would make it more convenient. Yep, there you go. Me at my most vulnerable, awkward, and weird. That somehow that's my true self and my entire personality now. It's just to hide it. That they know who I am deep inside. And see right through me. That's such a cool effect with the little portraits all looking at them. Yeah, okay, I understand that. Can I interact with anything else on here? Or no, it would just be the stuff that's orange, right? It's too bad we didn't go to the same school. We could have gone together. We could sit in the corner and shit talk everyone else in the room. LMAO. You're right. Still, I've been thinking about high school way too much. Like, more than a normal amount. I think a normal amount is mostly never. Lol. You ever go to any parties in high school? I literally never went. I literally never went to one, so I have, like, mostly no memories of that time. Outside of school and online, so I'm curious. My cadence for that was terrible. I'm horrible at predicting when this dialogue's gonna stop and end in a full sentence. I'm so sorry for that. I was like 1, maybe 2. Both sucked. Incredible! Oh, orange. Oh, wow, that spooked me a little bit. I remember having a terrible time at one of the parties. Oh, I don't like the closet was open. Back then I refused to drink alcohol because I guess I just didn't think underage drinking was cool. But everyone else around me was drunk, and it felt really alienating. I don't like that this is talking about alcohol and that my person is moving towards a closet. That feels like it could go. That feels like it could go very poorly. Oh. If I hit but I stayed, is that gonna lead to something awful? Okay, if this was me, I probably would have stayed. I would not have wanted to go home. It didn't get better. Oh no. Okay. I locked myself in the bathroom and cried. I felt like there was something deeply wrong with me. I always had a hard time with parties, but this was different. It just hit me then that that's how my life had been. Since the beginning. Standing in the background, just being there, but not doing anything. Everyone else was having fun, and I was being different. Being inadequate. I'm sorry that happened. It sucks. It's okay. Back then, I believed that I had to do all those things, or else I'm missing out on life. But there's more to life than being a teen, you know? Yeah. I used to have this anxiety. Somehow I felt bad that I didn't do any of the stuff that people normally do in high school, like parties or dating. I didn't do any of that stuff, and I felt like I was missing out on extremely important life experiences. But it turns out those experiences would have sucked for me if I actually had gone through them. And suddenly it didn't feel as bad as I missed out. That is such a mood. What a terrible response to that. I feel like Purple has just actually like broken their character into like getting a little deeper. And that is such a mood feels like such a shallow filler response. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Want to hear a weird story? Oh, absolutely. I slept over at Abigail's parents' house the other day. Wait. From school? That you hated? LMAO. Oh my gosh. Yeah, right? She was at Rose's birthday party. I don't know how Rose managed to keep in touch with all these people from school, you know? I guess she's like nice to everyone. Checks out. Anyway, so it was late and the party was over. And there were no trains back home. So Abigail invited me to stay over and I just said yes. God, you really are a yes man. A yes person? A yes human? I guess. I didn't have much choice, to be honest, but yeah. It was a bit weird. We talked a bit before falling asleep. It was actually really nice. Really? I feel like the conversation would have had to be deep for you to be bringing up this story in the midst of everything that we're talking about right now, so I'm gonna go with that. We talked about our parents. She told me her mom had leukemia, and how they found that out real early, so she's mostly okay. For now. Her mom had to take time off work, and staying home all day made her moody and depressed. And in the complete darkness of the room, I could tell in Abigail's voice that her relief was tinted with worry. I don't think I've ever, like, truly talked to Abigail before this. And now I feel like a huge asshole for hating her and finding her annoying in school. We could have been, like, friends. I don't even know why I was so mean. Why I was so angry. I feel so stupid now. I think we're all jerks when we're teens. Plus, there's literally no guarantee that you'd have been friends. I'm sure some people in your year did even worse than, like, being mildly annoyed at someone. You're fine, in my opinion. I'm not so sure anymore. Have I ever told you about Rebecca? Nope. Who's that? Nope. And we're back to... That's a lovely little, profile banner of flowers. She was in my class back then, too. She didn't have any friends. We always used her full name. Oh, another choice. I feel like we would not admit to exclude. I feel like this person would not admit to actively excluding Rebecca. I feel like we would lead in with that fact that we always used her full name. Never just Rebecca, because there was another Rebecca in the year who everyone already called just Rebecca. She never got to be called with just her first name. She was always the other one. The one no one wanted to talk to. Yeesh. Oh. I still think about her a lot. I was too cowardly to defend her. I thought it would turn everyone else against me. But none of that social status bullshit matters now. It never did. And I feel so stupid for never stepping up. Sometimes I fantasize about messaging her. I tell her I'm sorry. I'm sorry that everyone sucks. And I'm sorry that I didn't say anything. I hope adulthood is treating you better. I wish someone told that to me too. Are you still there? Oh. Oh, child. I've seen you struggle. I could say the same thing. Whoa, what the fuck? I've seen your regrets. What? I've seen you linger. Who are you? I have the same question. Oh, I don't like that. I am fear eternal. I am sometimes God. I am with you. Always. I am everyone's eyes on you. You're watching me? You look tired, child. Years spent looking back. Every day reminding yourself of your worst memories. Your waking moments consumed by guilt. Your dreams filled with regret. Oh, child, don't you feel like you deserve a break? Maybe. I mean, incredibly realistic response. Big fan. Don't you want to feel better? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Don't you want to give in to me and forget? Once again, couldn't have said it better myself. What? You could let go of these memories. Let go of it all. One word, and I will wipe it all away. No. No. But wouldn't it be easier to free yourself from the burden of the past? But forgetting is wrong. Is it really? Are you afraid? Yeah, I am afraid. Um, Personally, I feel like I would be more afraid of the fact that there's 15 something something eyes looking at me from I'm not sure where. But I guess I'm also pretty afraid that if I forget, that remembering how terrible I can be might be the only thing that's stopping me from making the same mistakes over and over again. I am afraid that I could be fundamentally a bad person. I am afraid, and I want to be better. But not like that. Not like that. Then what do you wish for? I want to remember, even if it hurts. I don't want to forget about Abigail or Rebecca. I don't want to forget what I did or what I didn't do. I want to forgive myself, and I want to forgive others. I want to be loved, and I want to love. I want to feel better. I want to be better. I want to grow. And I will grow. Oh. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, first and foremost, forgive the horrible voice acting. I really... Improv is not my strong suit, and I wasn't sure where any of that was going, but this was a very interesting game. Well, I love the art style, and... Oh. I know that people might criticize this game for the fact that its message and moral were so explicit, so right in your face, so not at all disguised by subtleties or metaphors or anything like that. But I think there's something to be said about when games decide to do that, because it always feels intentional to me. Because that feels like the sort of message where if you're someone who is in a position where you need to hear that, you cannot have that sugar-coated. You cannot have that dipped in 3 layers of subtlety and irony and delicacy. You have to have that message thrown at you and put in your face, otherwise you might never hear it. And when things are laced in so many subtexts, it can be really easy for people to essentially not essentially, but yeah, just that you can take that subtext and make what you want of it. You can misinterpret that, and whatever interpretation you draw will inevitably align to the interpretation that you're trying to draw. And there is no room for interpretation here. It's this statement about growth and acknowledging and accepting the past. And I also think that this game's format does really well to demonstrate that, because I don't think I paid enough attention or gave enough commentary to the graphics. But the whole thing about this being a message board on social media was, I think very clever. I think, again, not a very complicated metaphor, but I don't think it needed to be one. I really enjoyed this, and it definitely brought up a lot of my own personal feelings about my experience in high school. Specifically the part about wanting to reach out to people that you used to know and somehow letting them know that things are better, things got better, and whatever you used to be, not that it doesn't matter anymore, but it doesn't stay. It does get better and you do grow. I don't know, that's not very deep or poetic as I'd like it to sound, but I really enjoyed this game, and if you'd like to play it, I will put the link in the description. Please support this creator, check it out, and thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed coming to Tea Time today, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!